Hey, hi all. Happy New Year, first of all. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about how we can write a flow service given a use case. So, the use case is I have seconds coming in as input. So, let's say assume that it is 8,274 seconds in this use case. So, what I'm trying to do here is from that 8,274, I wanted to extract the hours, minutes, and the total seconds in HH colon MM colon SS. So let's see how this can be done. This can be done in both Java service and also in flow service. So if you're not comfortable with Java, so you can write it in flow service. So in this tutorial, I'll show how this can be done using the flow service. So let's start. So this is our use case. So we'll be converting the seconds to hours and minutes. For example, if we consider the seconds is 8,274. So in order to get the hours, we'll be dividing the seconds by 3,600. So we'll get a decimal point, and in that we'll extract the full hours, which is 2 here. And similarly, you wanted to extract the whole units, so whole minutes in this case. So what we'll be doing is we'll be taking the remainder of the minutes, like which is 0.29833 hours into 60 minutes, where you'll get the minutes 17 minutes 9 seconds. So in this you'll extract the minutes and it will be 17. And finally, if you wanted to get the seconds, we'll multiply the remainder of minutes by 60. Then you'll get the seconds, and then we'll format the data accordingly and populate this output. So let's see how this can be done in flow service. For this, I've taken the inputs, seconds, hours, and minutes, and finally I'll say concatenated value. Yeah. So if you have observed, we will be getting decimal points in input also. So like, I mean, when you do the conversions and all, you'll get the decimal inputs, outputs. So what you will do in order to do that, we need to have use the floats in this case instead of using the ints. So if you use ints, the decimal points will not work. So in order to happen, so in order to work that, you need to go with divide floats. Yeah. So we'll be dividing the seconds by 3,600. So if you divide by 3,600, you'll get that value. Yeah. And once you get the hours from this, so you need to extract the value before the decimal point. So how do you do that? You can do a split of the decimal point, which can be done using the tokenize. Yeah. So if I use tokenize, I'll pass the value of this thing here, and I'll do tokenize based on dot. So in my value list, I'll have the uh, tokenized, like say the full hours as well as the remainder of it. So till now, till here, let's run and see. Run it. It's 8,274. So it has now run, and the input string for this is this is the tokenize, and the value you got is this 2.298. All threes. You can control the precision also. I just wanted to leave it as is, and you get the full art. So you get, I did a tokenize on it, and like I'll get it in two values. One is 2 and these things, right? So from this, what I'll now do is I will extract the hours. Just map this to this and give the indices as 0, right? So now you got the hours from this, but let me clear the pipelines and all. So I don't need this one. I don't need this, and it's a value here. And for now, I don't need the value. I already used it. Yeah, still need the value list because I need the reminder. But if you observe in the output here, when we did a tokenize, so it took the delimiter and it has given us the value here. But we need 0.29833. So what we now need to do is I'll just do tokenize of it. Sorry, concat of it. Just use the concat function and then map dot and the first index of value list of 1. Yeah, and this one I'll map it back to value list of 1, right? And I'll drop this, and also I don't need in string here. I'll drop this also, and I don't need delim. I'll drop this in the concatenate. Now I don't need this string 1, string 2, and value anyway I dropped it. So here now we have concatenated the value of value list. So let me run and show you. See, we got the full hours and we got the decimal point now. So what next? So we got the hours now. We need to extract the minutes of it. What I'll be doing is I'll do a multiply floats pub dot math colon multiply floats. The reason we are using multiply is we are dealing with the decimal points here. That's the reason we need to do the multiplication with floats. Same thing again. So as per our logic, we said to extract the whole minutes, we need this value into 60. So we need this to multiply by 60. So go to this and our value is in value list of 1, right? So here, now what we'll get is we'll get the multiplied value and all. Yeah. So we need to get the minutes. So for that to happen, let's see what we'll need to do. So right now, let me multiply the run this 8274. So we got our hours. We got the value 17.9. See, it's 17.9 now, and we need the full minutes of it. So what we need to do is let me reuse these both here. Let's copy, paste. I'm going to tokenize this on this, and here I'll map the two minutes. So I'll map the 0th index here, and we get the minutes here. So we got the hours, we got the minutes. Same thing again. concatenate the value with dot and map it to the first occurrence. So what do we now get is another value, the remainder of minutes here. So now we need to multiply the remainder into 60. So let me take this again. Value list of 1, and this value will let me map it directly to seconds. Yeah, I don't need this value anywhere. So I'll put this, and I'll drop this value also. Save. So let's run and see. So 8274 will be replaced with the final value of seconds there. So we got 2 minutes and seconds. But if you observe, we are getting this 54.0. I don't want that additional, I mean, precision to be this dot zero to be there. So in order to avoid that, just go here and keep the precision as 0. So it ignores the decimal points at the end. Now if I run, see, the decimal point is gone now. But if you observe one more thing here, we are saying that we need the date in 2 digits, like say it can be 24 hours format, right? But we are getting it as single digit here as 2, but we need 0 to here. So we did not concatenate the value 0. Instead, we can pad the value with the let's say if the value is 2, instead of adding 2 0, I want to add as 0 2. So that doesn't make any harm in that. So how to do that? So just go here and add pub dot string colon pad. So you can add either pad left or pad right. So in this case, I wanted to use pad left. The hours, I'll say pad string is 0 and I want the length to be 2, and value, I'll just override the value here. Here, I don't need the precision, and here, I don't need these 3, even the 4. So now it has padded left with the string. So if I now run, it should show me 0 to 17 and 54. And finally, in the output, we need it as 02 colon 17 colon 54. So what we need to do, just call one service, which is, you can use multiple concatenate statements, but I don't recommend that. Instead, use make string. So if I now go here, I said my first thing should be hours, and this is index 0, and other is minutes, in this one, and the last is seconds, which is in this 2. So it starts from 0. So we'll start from 0 there, and the separator should be colon, and the value should be mapped to concatenated value. And let's drop the unwanted variables here. So I don't need element list, I don't need the separator, and I don't need the value. So let's run one more final time, and let's see. Run as, see, finally you get your 8274 converted into hours, minutes, and seconds as like this. So you can avoid, if you are comfortable with Java, So you can write it in 2 or 3 steps only. But I just wanted to show how this can be done in Flow service. In the next video, I'll show how we can do this in Java service. Thank you.